Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget June 28th, Celebrity Dodgeball, and June 29th for giving back to the community of Houston. You guys just saw the flyers. All right. Eddie Hearn. Shout out to Boxing Ego, too. He's been on top of everything. I've been fucking with him all week. You know what I mean? He's been going in. But I just want to double down. You know what I mean? I got aces. I want to double down and split them. You know what I mean? And Eddie Hearn is taking major L's from the LDBC and New Media. Major L's, yo. Major L's. Like, it's just insane. You know what I mean? You know, let me work backwards real quick. Ego just dropped it that Anthony Joshua has memory loss from the third round, which means he had a concussion by all intents and purposes. I don't know the true definition of it, but memory loss, I would assume that there's some type of concussed type of syndrome there. 2, Anthony Joshua doesn't want to go back to his country. He, in my humble opinion, I don't believe he can face the demons that he believes await him. They may not be there, but I think that he doesn't want to have a conversation. Doesn't want to see his father. He's been in New York all week, and he had an epic fail yesterday trying to be cultural. You know what I mean? He shot a basketball, hit the top of the backboard, it went over. One of my fellow New York brethren told him, stop losing the fat motherfuckers. You know what I mean? The level of respect for Anthony Joshua is going out the window. Keep in mind, he's the heavyweight. Saturday afternoon, he was the heavyweight champion of the world, y'all. All right, heavyweight champion of the world typically gets passes on social interactions with human beings, with what they call civilians. You know what I mean? You know, typical civilians. So, but anyways, man, I just think that just major L's, man. They're defending. He had to sit down with the zone for 30 minutes, which they've never done. They refuted the panic attacks, which means they're watching all our videos and responding to us. He responded that talked about him and his dad. I'll do another video breaking that stuff down too. But at the end of the day, Eddie Hearn has no power. Oh yeah. This is what I want to say too. Eddie Hearn said that Anthony Joshua wanted the rematch in America. Isn't that amazing how 4 days after they start negotiating, they now say he puts it on Anthony Joshua. Oh, Anthony Joshua would love the rematch in America because it ain't going to happen for 2 reasons. You're negotiating with Al Heyman, and DAZN won't allow you to go to the UK and have the fight. They see the writing on the wall. DAZN ain't going to make no money. They can't build their subscription base if they take this fight to the UK. Come on, man. They need this hella promo for the next 6 months. Because that's basically what it is. That's all we've been talking about all week. I swear before God, I haven't looked at no Triple G weigh-in. I haven't looked at no Oscar Valdez weigh-in. I haven't looked at nothing all day. All I've been listening to, talking about really, is Andy Ruiz. I've been reading some articles, but it's mostly centered around the heavyweight division, you know what I mean, and a little bit of the welterweight division. But the fact of the matter is, Eddie Hearn can't get their way. Anthony Joshua is afraid to go to the UK, but he needs to go to the UK. Andy Ruiz, make sure you have your judges because it was just asinine. How the hell can they have to fight even? And one judge had him up when he knocked the guy down twice. You know what I mean? That third round is a 10-8 round. You know what I mean? The third round is a 10-8 round, right? So that means there's only 2 rounds up for discussion. And because the 10-8 round, if they gave him 2 points, because Andy Ruiz won the first 3 rounds, right? Maybe you give Anthony Joshua the first round, but he definitely won 2 and 3, 7 and 4. Definitely won those 2 rounds. So at the end of the day, Andy Ruiz Make sure you have your judges in your pocket, same way DAZN had their judges in their pocket, and go off and beat them again. I had, the funny thing about that fight is I hear Lou DiBella and everybody say no one picked Andy Ruiz. I had Andy Ruiz the favorite in that fight. I did. I just saw him work out April 18th, and I knew what I had. You know how people say they know their horse? I'm not comparing them to an animal, but I'm making this analogy. You know what I mean? I knew what I had in that horse. Andy Ruiz is a monster, man. If you let him get on the inside, he is a problem. He is a major problem. And he's an expert at getting in on the inside, especially with the guy with the big frame like his, because he's very hittable in terms of having a big target. I should say he's not very hittable. He has a bigger target that makes it like more susceptible to being hit by anything, even if he catches it. So, but as I digress, major L's, this American takeover, basically Diddy would say, take that, take that, take that. You know what I mean? Like, it's over. It's over. I mean, hop on your ship and get back to your epic proportions. Go back, you and your dads, continue to give out those contracts and enjoy being a domestic promoter. Because at the end of the day, he's failed. He's failed. And the reason why he's failed is because only 5,000 people watch Anthony Joshua fight. Now, you guys say, how you know? How you didn't know? 3 days later after Canelo fought, 2 days later after Canelo fought, they released numbers. They haven't released no numbers on Anthony Joshua. The same way Top Rank didn't release Tim, what's that nigga name? Crawford. Tim Crawford. What the hell was his name? Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford pay-per-view numbers. They're not going to do it with Anthony Joshua, man. And I think it's just someone needs to step in on DAZN and relieve Eddie Hearn of his duties. In terms of being a mouthpiece, yeah, but in terms of being a decision maker, he's not worthy of it. And if you think he's worthy of it, hey, in this country, I don't know what he does in other. I've never been to a fight over in the UK. I've never. Do I want to? Yeah, I want to get over there for a fight. At some point I will. I'm looking forward to traveling with my son all across this world. And maybe in about 7-8 years, he gonna have some great stories to tell, man. When you got the show and tell in elementary school, and how the little kids show off in middle school, and it's just gonna be. I'm looking forward to those days, man. Or maybe my daughter wants to go, but that's a little bit further down the line. But Eddie Hearn, just pack up and go home. It's over. It's over, man. Your leading star, like your ace in the hole, is no good. Your caveat to get a renewal deal with DAZN is over. Like, see the beautiful thing about America, we love narratives, we love backstories. There's no backstories on UK fighters. You guys can't come over here and beat Americans. Josh Kelly came over here and got a draw. Which means he probably won the fight. I didn't see the fight. Katie Taylor came over here and she won a controversial win, but people think she won. You're bringing all your horsies over, but they're failing you. They're not dominating. They're not sensational. They're not putting up epic performances, And I think that you're going to suffer the repercussions of it. Anthony Joshua has memory loss. He doesn't remember the third round. Andy Ruiz concussed him. They're not going to have the fight in the UK because, one, the DAZN definitely don't want it in the UK. And I'm just thinking as a businessman. I haven't spoken to anyone. And Al Heyman wants it in America. What they need to do is, I agree with Black Fight Fan, bring him to L.A. Vegas or L.A. Bring Anthony Joshua to L.A. or Vegas. He won't make it to the ring. The same person in which he landed. He will not make it. Not from media, But the fans is gonna crucify him. I don't see. I lived in LA basically my entire life. I came here when I was 8, and um, Mexican fans get behind. I was here for the Chavez epidemic. I was here for the De La Hoya epidemic. I was here for the Fernando Vargas epidemic. I was here for the Felix Trinidad epidemic. They jumped on his bandwagon. Uh, I won't even call them bandwagon. Like, they believe in people who speak Spanish, you know. I say that because he's Puerto Rican. Miguel Cotto, you should have saw when it was coming out. Miguel Cotto, all the Puerto Ricans in L.A. when he was fighting Floyd Mayweather. And who was, Morales, Barrera. I was here. I experienced that in L.A. And let me tell you something. That Chavez De La Hoya was hellacious. It was this. I mean, not disgusting for me. I'm talking about just the type of, like, it was just disgusting. Like, it was a fun disgusting. That's a better word. And Anthony Joshua won't make it out of Vegas alive. Spiritually, metaphorically speaking, right? It's just going to be rough on him. So anyways, man, Eddie Hearn, when's the last time, when did you start doing interviews with the Zone? Oh, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.